to another episode of LP4U. We've got myself here, LLL. We got Polly, and today, as our special guest, we have none other than Killer Queen, aka Nezs. If you haven't guessed by that, what that means that we're doing an Ed day today. So we're going to be focusing on Ed. So, hey Nez, what's up?
Not so much really. Just finished playing in the old Gfinity.
Yeah, how'd that go, man?
Oh, you know, it's one of those ones you don't want to talk about so much.
No worries. Alright. Also, the first fledgling we have up today is not quite Dr. Death. Hey man, what's up?
Yeah, not much. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad, you know, just LP4U. Alright, so, and also, of course, the lovely Polydukes.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, always
Look
lovely.
at all these people in this lobby.
I know, so many. I'm excited to get started. So, talking about getting started, what we're going to do is we're just going to get myself and Nez into a little game. We're not actually going to, like, play to win. We're just going to talk about Ed and have a look at what he can do. Alright, so, Scythe, if you're listening, can you please jump to the back of the queue, and we'll get myself and Nez in a game. No? Alright, that's fine. I'm going to ready up. And hopefully he doesn't ready up, because if he does... Yeah, very good. I press start. Lovely. Alright. So, Nez, you've played quite a few characters in the life of Street Fighter V, haven't you?
I certainly have.
So, what drew you to Ed? Why Ed?
To be honest, I just think he's like... For me, picking characters is like 80% how they look and their story. So that's why I picked up Ed. Again, like playstyle's a bit important, but not as important as that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think he's the coolest character. So that's my character.
Alright. I respect that. Cool. Alright, so I've picked Ed. What we'll do is we'll get you to start off just tell us a bit about Ed, so a couple pros and cons, and then just a couple of his notable
can I say
normals. We don't have to go...
None of you mentioned EX Psycho Upper in that in terms of why you would play Ed. I just wanted to point that out.
Well, I'm sure that'll come up in pros and cons, I'm sure. So, yeah, pros and cons. Why would you... What's good about Ed? What's not so good about Ed?
He's got a very simple game plan, in a lot of ways. You know, it's very traditional Street Fighter. Throw fireballs in most matchups, throw fireballs. Maybe not most, but in a lot. Throw fireballs, make them jump, do an anti-air. And he's very Street Fighter V in the sense that you need to do a lot of throws and a lot of throw baits. Similar to Cammy in a lot of ways, in that sense. Like, that's a very Street Fighter V thing, like baiting throws or like doing throws, kind of thing. And good corner carry. You want to get them in the corner really bad, because every character is really strong in the corner, but Ed especially really strong. Maybe not the strongest in the corner, but he's up there. Very strong.
Right.
So yeah, that's the gist really of the very kind of basics.
Cool. So, what would be most notable normals? Really important ones for people to start using.
Yeah, crouch medium punch. This button, very good in most ways, except for two ways. The two ways it's not good is it's 6 frames, which is not bad. That's like an average. I'd say that's like the average for a crouching medium punch is 6 frames. So it's a very average startup. Does not, and the other bad thing about it is that if you're whiff punishing it with it like this, you can't cancel it into anything except for super. But in general, amazing whiff punishing button, but doesn't lead into anything. But if you look at its hitbox and its hurtbox, it has a really good hitbox, and like the hurtbox is like kind of behind it, which is kind of rare for normals in this game. So it makes it really good, and it's got really fast recovery as well for a medium button.
Medium,
so, It's a very good
Cool.
button.
Alright, and what else?
Other ones? While we're just sticking to normals and not special moves, stand heavy punch. This button is Ed's most underrated and underused button. By far. He's his most underrated and underused tool. Even I don't use it as much as I want to. -3 on block. No, -2 on block. 11 frame startup at least. Kind of average. Crush counters. When you crush counter, you can dash twice. You get a guaranteed setup where you can throw or you can do something else. And you can single hit confirm this button into super. Like even without the crush counter, normally for like buttons like this, you need it to crush counter to be able to react fast enough to cancel it into super. But you can cancel this one on hit, just the hit without the crush counter into super on reaction.
Nice.
And it also, what was the other important thing? Oh yeah, you can hold it. You can hold it. It doesn't pull your hurt box back, like it doesn't retract even though it looks like it does. It does not pull it back, but it makes it as if your hurt box is like this, where you're standing completely still. Which in a way is kind of retracting because it's not the startup of the move. But
yeah, right.
It's really good and people need to use it more because you can kind of like hold it and you can see someone press something and then you can let it go and punish things like that.
Alright.
And that's
Cool.
that makes it even easier to super because
Because you can react to the button.
you react to the button whiffing, right? It's not just reacting to the hit, you also can see the button whiff and then you know, alright, let go, do super. Kind of thing. But
Alright.
Stuff like that.
Quickly, is there one more or is that
Just like
good?
some specials. They're the two important. Crouch medium kick good, but it's slow. I'll go quick on the other ones because I'm taking a long time on every button. Crouch medium kick. This is your 3 frame. It's good because it's a 3 frame, but doesn't cancel. So you need to be right up close to combo, or else it's just it's not gonna work at a like certain ranges. And you can even do some other stuff. What's important? This button is very important. It's
Standing medium kick.
Yep, 7 frames. It gets low profiled a bit at certain ranges, just by people crouching, as you can see. But it's the best button for cancelling into V-trigger on hit, because I don't know why, it just does better than heavy buttons, better than any other button. Pretty much, yeah. You've got your this anti-air, which is very, very good. If you anti-air someone with that, you do the down punches, you can dash forward into like a pretty meaty setup, so by defending yourself, you turn it into offense, because it does decent damage for an anti-air, and you can do extra add-ons and stuff, but this is very important. You want to be hitting these to get your offense started.
Sounds good. One last thing I wanted to say. Is crouching heavy kick. That's good, right?
It's good in weird ways. It's 9 active, which is like, for reference, like what would a sweep normally be active frames? Probably like 4 or 5, maybe.
Yeah, I would have said 3, maybe.
Yeah, it's 9 active frames, so it has some kind of niche uses, but it's still a sweep, and if they block it, they're gonna punish it, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, I think it's time to get into some matches. I'm sure some more information will come up as we go.
We got Death up first, Dr. Death.
Yeah, so we're going to get Dr. Death up. So we'll get him to verse, I guess, Traptrix, because Traptrix is up there. All right, so the first game will be, I guess, just checking him out, see how he plays, and then we can talk about it after that.
You start pulling me apart with all your sharp, pointy words.
Exactly. So just while we're here, not quite Dr. Death. That's a bit of a long name. What can we call you?
Just call me Death.
Just Death?
Yep.
All right. Just Death.
Yep.
Cool. Why Death?
Because that's my name.
That's actually your name.
Yeah, it's my surname.
and so not quite Dr. Death. You're aiming to be a doctor then?
Yeah, one day. It's a long way off though. I haven't even started med school yet, but
That's why it's
you're
not
actually
quite-
going to be Dr. Death.
That's the dream.
That's why it's not
amazing.
quiet at the moment. It's not quite
Yeah.
there yet.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Wow. Alright, so we're going to actually have a Dr. Death.
Good to see we got the school uniforms out for the education.
Yeah.
Oh, more Ed puns, please.
Hopefully someone takes off the jacket. I like it without the jacket.
Alright. Cool, so we've got two Eds going on. Alright. So focusing on not quite Dr. Death or just Death.
Well, ain't you a
Or-
high-def picture of strength? I'm shaking here.
Yeah, alright.
Well, ain't
Ooh,
you
both
a
jackets
high-def
off, guys.
Yeah.
I'm shaking here.
It's an after-school fight.
Alright, so we got Death in the white and black.
Yep.
Cool. So, ooh, nice jump ins. So, jumping in at Ed is not something you really want to do, is it, Nez?
No, not so much. I mean, it depends. It can depend a lot on what character it is, but for the most
Yeah.
part, yeah, look here, you can go forward. Oh, could have got a meaty there.
Yeah.
Oh, not gonna reach. Yeah, knew it.
Oh.
that's
So
the
that-
hardest thing about Ed. You need to be able to see your spacing while you're doing a combo and like do the appropriate thing. And sometimes that means not doing anything. Like sometimes you just gotta let it go. Oh wow, I can't believe
right.
that reached. That was a good one.
Isn't that changing with Arcade Edition though?
It is, somewhat. I don't know how
Oh,
much,
no.
but it's gonna be a lot better apparently. Ooh,
Okay.
that hurts.
Good to hear though.
Yeah, mostly upper. I hear the upper is getting, like hands not as much, but still better. But upper, I heard is gonna be a
Way
lot
better?
better. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Ooh, crush counters. So, yeah, I was going to say that's one of the weaker points with Ed is you have to be really aware of the spacing that you're in and adjust everything that you're doing accordingly.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, in the corner. Let's see. Yeah, good meaties. -2. Yeah, he knows. Press the button. Oh, that was well done. He got him out of the situation. Ooh,
Yeah.
that probably would have comboed. Corner is a lot more lenient.
So, Psycho Upper, one of Ed's best moves for sure, right?
Nah.
Ooh, back throw.
Oh, that was weird. I've never seen that.
Nice back throw there for the extra meter build.
Oh man.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh.
Alright. So, other than... Ooh, big jump in.
Yep.
So, actually, just quickly, would you have spent the meter there? Like, in that situation, would you have gone into critical art?
Yeah, definitely. Leaves
Yeah?
you with a light advantage, and there's still a lot of the round left to go. You can build meter back. One thing with that I
Yeah.
feel is he's not that dependent on meter.
Yeah, right.
It still helps because you get your crappy DP if you have meter,
Yeah,
but you're not. What's the best way to put it? Most of your tools don't rely on meter. You don't.
yeah.
Not that many options are. You like it. Meter's mostly just for doing more damage with it.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, close one. Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it is important to have at least one bar. It's not like he doesn't need meter. It does help, but compared to a lot of other characters that are really dependent on it, like Colleen or like, you know, Akuma has so much more when he has at least one bar. Cammy, these are
Karen.
characters that, yeah, these are characters that the more meter they have, the more, oh, they have a lot more utility as long as they have one bar. And Ed does have more
Yeah.
utility with one bar, but it's not as big a difference as a lot of other characters.
Yeah, right. Cool.
-2. Yeah, good throw. Oh,
Alright,
you can
so...
do hands there. Hands would have comboed after that air juggle.
Yeah, right. Ooh. See, that's that being aware of your spacing thing where that whipped.
Yeah, it happens. Ooh, big DP.
Ooh. Right, so we've seen one game from... I'm not sure I agree with that answer to the speed trigger.
Ooh, big punish. That was good. He understood that, you know, it wasn't going to reach, so he tried something else.
Yeah. So we've seen 1.5 games from Death right now. Where do you think he's going? Or what do you think he should do?
He's doing pretty well. I had him, he was actually my teammate on one of the team tournaments.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not too long ago. And he seems to have improved a fair amount since then. So I'm pretty impressed. Ooh, that's not gonna combo.
Bad luck.
That sucks.
So definitely would have been better to go for a stun or something in that.
Done now, yeah. That was a good way to finish it off. That was like a big damage button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Dashed forward. That was a good. After normal upper, if you dash forward twice, you are at. What are you at? You're at 0. So doing your 3 frame, yeah. Even if the person he was fighting had done a wake up 3 frame in that situation, that wake up there, it would have traded and he would have won because of the health. Or if he had DP'd as well on wake up, he would have been able to block it in time because he just did a light.
Yeah, right. That's something to be wary of, Ed, is your DP can be baited with a 3-framer, right?
A 4-framer as well.
Oh, really?
Yep. You go. It's like Urian's is pretty slow as well, but you kind of need to like do a bit of a setup to get it work. Whereas Ed's is just do a meaty light and you'll block it in time.
Yeah. Oof. Ooh, big jump.
Oh, just didn't reach. It's hard.
Yeah.
You just gotta give him up in that situation.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Ooh. Just in range. Big punish.
He's gone for that quite a few times actually. Gone for the charge D skill and been jumped in.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Even if they don't jump it, if they're out of range of it, some characters can just dash forward twice and punish it, so gotta be careful.
Really?
But it's definitely a tool that's worth learning. It's worth experimenting with and trying to find a good place with it, because I mean, if they even if they block it or if it hits, it's good, right? You know, and it's very reactable. But just because something's reactable, it doesn't mean that it's never gonna work. So you just need to find the right place. And it gives people more things to worry about. So the more things someone has to worry about when they're fighting you, the easier it makes to do other things.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ooh, checked him with it. Because that wasn't fully charged, right?
Ooh, yeah, nah. It was fully... Oh, that was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Big
so,
BP.
I'm noticing there's no sparks and the balls at the moment.
Yeah, Spark, it's a scary move to use against a lot of characters, but I think Ed vs. Ed, not as, well, it kind of is because of his heavy kick, but
Yeah.
Fireballs definitely have their place pretty much no matter who you're fighting, except for a couple characters where it's just like you don't even wanna try. But most characters, you want to throw fireballs in at good times. You don't want to build your whole game around it, but you want to do it occasionally so people are thinking about it. You want to show people things so that they have more things. Like if you show, throw a fireball, he's going to be like, oh, maybe he's going to throw another one soon. So they'll be thinking about what they're going to do if that happens. Whereas if you never throw fireballs, it's never even going to come into their minds, really. I mean, maybe it will because they know the character, but...
Yeah.
And they're just going to focus on the things that you're already doing a lot. And it's going to be easier for them to, like, work out what to do in the situations you're already presenting them. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Alright. So, Death, how'd you go, man?
I felt like at parts I had things under wraps, but at other parts I just felt like I was pushing buttons and praying.
Yeah,
you did good. You did good. From when we played in the team tournament, you're doing really well.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've improved since then. That was as I said in the Discord before, that was a bit of a comedy act back then.
No, it's alright.
Alright, so you felt like you were pressing buttons a lot? Just kind of
Yeah.
like random buttons, or just... why do you think you were stuck there?
One thing I caught myself doing far too often was trying to jab on wake up and just hoping to punch the trap tricks away from me, but it worked a couple of times, didn't work other times, but that was probably one of the main points.
Yeah. You
I
just...
think next time I won't play with you guys in my ear, because I know at one point you were talking about fireballs, and then my next thought was, yeah, fireballs, I can do that, and I got punished for it. So
Yeah, in those situations, I think it's good to practice playing. What's the best way to put it? The best wake up option in the game is to block, because it's the safest. That's like a general rule, you know? The safest thing you can do on your wake up is to block and try to block something, right? It's always a risk if you jab or if you DP or if you jump or backdash. It's always a risk, but blocking is the safest. And just be like aware of where you are on the screen and just block. And if he throws you, you know, it's not such a big deal if you're mid-screen. Corner can be a bit scarier, but eating the throw isn't so bad in this game.
Especially when you have a lot of health left as well.
Yeah, and it's like the best way to learn how to have good defense and be good at blocking is to basically try. You know what I mean? If you're always scared to kind of block something, you try to find ways around it, you're never going to learn how to block things. So even if something's really hard to block, you know, a Buki's got you in a bomb mix-up or something, the only way you're going to be familiar with blocking there is by trying to block it a lot, kind of thing. So
Yeah. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get you to fight the next person. I will probably do maybe Scythe or Kadzao, so we get a non-ed matchup for you.
yeah, should be good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll move down
Alright,
to the
so we'll get Stahili. You'll get your turn as our ed of choice soon.
oh yeah, no worries, no rush. You'll be our guinea pig soon.
Alright, so here we go. Scythe and Dr. Death.
All right, let's make it happen.
Yeah. Alright, so Nez, what would you say you should focus on for this type of matchup, the Corinne Ed matchup?
It can be hard to say. It depends it depends on the player who's playing Kareen, really.
Yeah.
Fireballs can be a bit scary to throw, but you can throw them occasionally.
At least get them thinking about it, as you said, right?
Yep, you can be a bit more. You can jump a bit more than against other characters, or at least try to against Kareen. You can, because jump heavy punch is a really good button jumping in on Kareen, because her jab, it'll beat her anti-air jab, so she needs to really be ready for a jump to deal with it.
Yeah, right. Alright, train a lot of buttons. Ooh,
Ooh, nice. Good matey.
very good, maybe. Alright, ooh,
Oh no, that's unfortunate. Oh,
yeah.
hard to get much of a punish in that situation.
Yeah. So, do you think he was trying to do the V-skill as an anti-air, or he just had it... Oh, bad charge.
No, I think he was gonna pull him. I think he expected him to stay on the ground.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That move sucks, but I always like seeing it hit. The uncharged V-skill. Really well done. Really controlling. Without he didn't really resort to anything kind of like, you know, he just played solid then. So that was nice.
Yeah.
And very good. So. Oh, so nice. Ooh.
Oh, no anti-airs though.
Yeah, it's important. There we go. Dash forward. Yep. Good stuff.
Oh. Check on the block. Check on the block shoulder, knowing that's -2. Shield down.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, good
Could have got
reversal.
hands there.
Yeah?
Yeah, jab hands. That was definitely in range for hands. Ooh, he's going for it.
I just want to say that Orochi on hit is +2. So just just
Yeah,
block
if you get hit but
afterwards.
if you block it, you can press something.
Oh. Well, see, that was a jump in from far away. That definitely should have been anti-air.
Yeah, you can get jumped to pretty much every round. Dash forward, there we go. There we go, some throws. He should try some throws when it's like the wake up for Scythe, instead of just like in the neutral.
Yeah.
Like after an anti, doing like a throw, something like that.
Yeah. I think that's one thing people need to be aware of. If you're going for your meaties every time and they're just getting blocked, mix it up with a throw.
Yeah, exactly. Or a shimmy, if you have time.
Shimmy.
You don't really have time as Ed, but other characters you do. You can jab shimmy there. That's very good. Oh, -4. He stopped it at
Ooh.
least, that's good enough. Oh no. As you can see, very, very slow reversal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Stuff like that happens. But,
Cutting win.
yeah, it's a scary button to use.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's slow to start up, slow to recover, crush counterable. But still, everyone calls it out as bullshit.
It's,
Round
This is
I
one.
because
don't
it,
think it is. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's bad, but it has, because it's bad, it has a couple of weird uses that DPs don't usually have, and it can be a bit off-putting because it's like people aren't used to it. But
yeah. So, he's using his V skill a lot. Do you
yeah,
think he's overusing it, or...?
it seems to be working out pretty well, I think, so far. There's been a couple bad times, but ooh, lucky. It's good that he didn't try to punish that sweep. It wouldn't have reached.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh. Oh!
Oh,
Sure, I think that was a misinput, surely.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the crouching mini kick just didn't come out. Just hit it a bit early, I think.
Yeah.
Oof, that's unfortunate. It's a hard situation to
Yeah.
be in. He should use more. When he gets people in the corner, people who play Edge should use EX Viable more to continue their pressure and like lead into like a kind of corner mix-up.
Yeah, because when we play, you use that a lot, and you either throw or you go from a meaty, or, well, a counter hit.
Yeah, or like a shimmy. You can do whatever
Yeah.
you want after EX Fireball, pretty much. So it's really good stuff.
And you can delay it to catch buttons as well.
You don't even need to delay it really. You just do another crouch heavy punch as fast as you can, and it'll crush any press button. You can delay it a little bit and like catch like a kind of delayed press if you want.
Yeah, right.
Ooh. Oh no.
Boy.
There it is again.
Yeah.
Scythe knows how to deal with that reversal, it seems. If you just be cautious with lights, you will save yourself a lot of trouble and get big punishes.
Yeah, right. Ah, he's using those fireballs now.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah, see, he knew it wasn't going to combo. That's smart. That's what you need to be able to do stuff like that to be able to play this character.
Yeah.
That's the hardest, on a basic level, that's the hardest thing to do when you play it. Oh, that was fully charged, I believe. You could have
Yeah.
EXP, you would have been safe in that situation. Or, but if you press something, I guess it wouldn't have worked, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
That was genius.
But definitely
'Cause,
the
like,
EXDP would have worked in that situation because of
Yep.
the startup and of the EXDP of Eds, right? Because 18 frames or so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
it's so
halfway through a
slow.
throw at that point, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you already, because you +3, you already pressed something, so there's no way out. But if you like were blocking and they do that to tip you, you can do EX upper through basically any super. Maybe not Rashid's, but all the other ones, yeah.
Yeah, I managed to pull that off against a Ken in casuals just before this.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Nice. All right. What do you think let you down there in that set?
That's at the V skill. I was charging it too much, and I got hit over the head quite a few times there.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like Icythe had my wake up DPs under wraps.
Sniffed him out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were
Alright,
probably the two big things that I noticed.
Yeah. I agree. Nez, what do you have to say?
Yeah, pretty much. There's just a lot of your V-trigger activations you could have done. If you don't know really what to do with the V-trigger and you just want to get it out, I found recently the thing I like to do a lot is you do sweep into V-trigger, because it leads to a lot of different things depending on what happens, and it's usually spaced in a way where even if they V-reversal, they're still going to get hit by it. But yeah, that and do EX fireballs in the corner. Just added some tools really. But yeah,
Okay.
we're doing well otherwise, I think.
Do you mean sweep as in sweep on block into V-trigger?
Yeah, or
Sweep
even
on
if it
game,
hits, if it crush counters, there's all sorts of things you can do no matter what happens when you sweep them. It's a good thing to do with the V-trigger I found recently.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, so that's something for you to focus on, or go to the lab and check out, is practice
definitely.
sweep into V-trigger and see what you can get off it. All right, I think we'll give you one more.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So who do you want to verse? You can verse anyone in this lobby.
How about you,
Who's your
Al?
last one? Me?
Well, actually, that's a good question. What do I refer to you as? LLL?
Just
L.
L is fine, man. L is
You're L.
All right. Cool. All right, I'll verse you. Cool.
Sweet, you gonna
Alright.
keep up the commentary while you're doing it?
No, I'll jump out of commentary while I do that, just because we'll be slightly ahead.
I want to hear what you're thinking as you're playing Dr. Death.
All right. I'll talk about my thought process as I play.
So Nez, Case in the
Yes.
Twitch chat says that, fun fact, he taught Nez how to do hands.
Yeah. He taught me in 10 seconds. He said, just slide it, man. And I was like, that's a good idea. And that's how I do hands.
So you literally just slide your fingers over the buttons.
Yep. Because hands has no strength, it's all the same strength and there's no EX. It doesn't matter which button you end on. So sliding is very good. And also when you slide, you can't accidentally do a DP because you're using one finger. You can only have your button on one finger at a time, really. I mean, it happens sometimes, it messes up, but
Yeah. All right.
the
So at the
idea
moment,
is
I'm
that,
gonna.
That's amazing. I'm gonna try that in training mode as soon as this show is finished.
yeah, it's a miracle. I'll tell you that much. Ooh.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, drops, is test him with fireballs. See what he does with the fireballs. See if he can deal with it. He's jumping in at the moment, or going for the B skill charge.
Ooh.
So maybe I'll throw a fireball and then jump at him. So. And I did that for corner carry. It's done.
Big stuff.
How good is Ed's anti-air against Akuma, generally?
Very good.
Kicks? Yeah, very
Not
good.
the kicks. When you
No?
play Akuma, you want to use down V skill
Oh
as your
yeah.
main anti-air, basically. He's the only character where you really want to do that. But it's because your down V skill will go through air fireballs and take him out of the air. It's a bit spacing dependent, but it's still pretty good for Ed. It's one of the best answers to air fireballs in the game. Even V-trigger air fireballs.
Yeah, because it just goes through
anti-air
them.
Yeah, you can cleanly anti-air air fireballs with that anti-air. So when you fight Akuma, you want to be using that as your main anti-air, really. Up kicks works,
Yeah.
it can go through fireballs, but you have to do it really late, and it's a lot more strict than just doing down B skill.
Trap tricks ass. He wanted me to ask you, Nez, how
Oh.
important Flicker is in general.
It's pretty important for... There's a fair few situations where you need to do it. Mostly like ranges. It has a bit more range than everything else, not by much. It's like a bit more than upper. But also in neutral, if you want to use because your crouch medium kick is cancelable, you want to take full advantage of every good thing about the moves you have. And having a cancelable low is a very good thing in this game. So it's important for that because you can't single hit confirm it really into upper. So you need a hands there. I mean, hands is going to be, I think it's going to be a lot more important next season as well. So
How do you deal with Akuma's fireball pressure yourself?
just like in neutral when he's throwing them like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the player, of course. Always depends on the player. But as a general stance, I like to be patient. I like to let him take the initiative of throwing fireballs, and I'll just like counter throw them. Like I'll spark it and then throw one, or I'll spark it and then do nothing, kind of thing. But you can definitely be the aggressor if you want. It's just like depends on who you're fighting really and what you expect.
Would you ever spend meter on an EX fireball from range, just so that as a surprise, just to knock them down and get in?
Yeah, even if it doesn't knock down, if you're at full screen, you can kind of be at advantage if you do the slowest one, which is still pretty fast. It's still pretty fast. But if you do the slowest EX fireball, dash forward twice or whatever it is, you're kind of plus if they're like sitting at full screen. And if they're not, you can at least gain some ground and be like a lot closer. So yeah, you can definitely, it's definitely an option.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, nice
rough.
confirm. Very nice. Can be a bit weird confirming off freeze frames like that when you need to do like a cancel. So good
Oh,
stuff.
it's killer on charge. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Alright.
Oof.
Oh no, misinput. Oh nice.
Yeah, that's very well done.
Alright, so at the moment I'm just I was throwing a lot of fireballs and he wasn't really dealing with that, so I stopped doing that to see how he reacted to everything else. And now I'm probably gonna look for chip.
Super chip?
Yeah.
Yeah. XTP! You should have XTP'd.
Oh, so that
Yeah.
works. XP will work in that situation.
Yeah, I think it would have worked. All chance it wouldn't have, but I think it would have.
It's better to try it than not to try it.
Yeah.
With Akuma's super, I've been able to... You jump heavy punch straight away and you can sometimes go over it with the heavy punch hurtbox, can't you?
Oh yeah, there's like a weird thing like that. I've seen that. I've never
What?
I
actually
thought I was
experimented
actually
with it.
too far in the middle of it, so I actually thought I'd backdash out of it, but
Yeah,
didn't work
it's
either.
rough. It's a rough situation to be in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Any last words for him, Nez?
Doing pretty well. Solid neutral game. Just there's always things you can add on kind of thing. Like what I was saying, EX fireballs in the corner. Some different V trigger stuff. If you just want to get it out, you can do the sweep. Using stand medium kick into V trigger. It's like a whiff punish, good one as well. Stuff like that. Just adding
Yeah.
some stuff really.
Would it be worth him putting a bit of time into eating fireballs with the spark and then to kind of change up the fireball game, get a little bit of momentum in his favor?
Yeah,
Because I was able
definitely.
to put a lot of pressure on him with fireballs.
Definitely. Even if you're not doing a fireball off it, eating fireballs with the spark builds you meter. It builds you meter even if it doesn't need a fireball. Just doing raw spark builds meter. So you can't go wrong by killing fireballs, really. Unless they're like Nash has thrown it from full screen and he's like right on top of you and it's right in your face, or Guile. But for like characters like Akuma and stuff, killing fireballs with spark is a good thing to do.
Yeah, I tried that a couple of times, but kept mistiming it. So I decided it was probably better to back off on that. And then once the red fireballs come out, you can't do that with them.
But yeah, that is true. You got to be careful of red fireballs. But even if you like mistime it, it's not that big of a deal. Fireball damage, you know, it's just like a bit of damage. Doesn't do too much. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, you got to be real careful of red fireballs for sure. That's when Akumas like to do that. So.
Yes, we do. All right. Not quite Dr. Death, thank you very much. It's been good having you. I hope you learnt some things.
Yeah, I'll go back and listen to the stream, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple of things that I can add in and remove, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And a good place to go back and watch the stream is on the Team WP YouTube channel. This will be uploaded there. And if you haven't subscribed already, go over, click the subscribe button.
Beautiful segue, man.
YouTube. Oh, thanks, man.
He's the best.
That was perfect.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get Stahili up. I think may as well get Stahili versus Scythe. Or is that a bit much to start?
The hell, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he
I think
is.
he can handle it.
No, I think he can. He handled it on Sunday quite well.
Yeah, so... oh, well, yeah, he won, didn't he? I was about to say so close, but he won.
Yeah. All right, and so, Stahili, you're in the chat right now, aren't you?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, how you going?
I'm good.
All right. Good. All right, so how you feeling? You excited?
Yes, well, I rewatched the stream, and like Nezs was saying like 1,000 times, use EX Fireball, so I'm going to try and incorporate that now. And really try and do that.
All right. And just before we get you guys to start, there is now a space open in the lobby. If you want to come join, make sure you get into the WP Discord, check out the stream channel, and the password's in there. All right. Stahili, Scythe, go for it. Okay, so yes, Stahili is currently our fledgling champion for the year. He took out the last one, so obviously a solid Ed player. So I look forward to watching. And this is actually a rematch of the grand final.
Yeah, it should be good stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, I've just caught up. PS4 life right now. Alright, in the corner.
Nice throw.
Very good throw. Alright, so Nezs, when you've got the opponent in the corner, would you be charging your heavy punch?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Oh man, that should have worked. I'm not sure why it didn't work.
Yeah, I was sad days. Head stuff.
Oof.
Round two. Fight.
Alright, so yeah, the reason you wouldn't want to do the charge heavy punch is because it does the side switch. So if you're doing that with your opponent in the corner, you'll end up putting yourself in the corner. Oh, that was really good reskill from side.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't switch, but that's also bad because then you mix stuff up and they cross you up unintentionally. It's weird.
Is it just when it's like at a really big range it doesn't switch?
Oh,
It's only in the corner. It doesn't switch in the corner sometimes.
Yeah, it's
On block.
Weird.
a weird thing.
Yeah, right.
Or like
Ooh,
a whiff punish. Fuck.
Yeah, Yeah,
Ooh.
you can interrupt that with a jab.
Yeah, I tried
Yeah.
the medium punch interrupt and I screwed it up.
Clean win.
Yeah, it's rough.
Mm. Yeah, right. Cool. All right. So he's doing pretty well right now. Seems to have a good idea of what he should be doing. Anything you're noticing, Nez, at the moment?
Round 1. Fight.
Not so much yet. I think maybe just try some other options other than sweep if you're predicting a dash, like a forward dash.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's good. It's not a bad option the way you're using it. It worked really well Sunday. But you can do other
Yeah.
stuff as well. There's
Well,
like other...
I try and use it to make people jump as well.
Yeah.
Like you saw, well, when I was using trap tricks, I was doing it against him, but it didn't really work at all, and I got 3-0'd.
That's right. Oh, there we go. Ooh.
Ooh. So, what are your thoughts on the charge punch? Because that was a really long distance one. It did get him out of the corner-ish, but it does leave him at -2.
Yep. Oh, yes, nice combo.
Yeah, nice
If you get it out of the corner, it's good. -2 is not a big deal if you're out of the corner. And doing it,
yeah.
if you only do it when you're entirely like back against the wall, it's obvious, right? So
Yeah.
it's good to do it at times like that because people aren't looking for it as much when you're not right in the corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it can be good.
Yeah. Fair.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that's
good
gonna
stun.
reach. One thing about it is combo range sucks, but if you can see they're crouching, you have a bit of extra range than if they were
Yeah,
stabbing.
right.
So always look for
Was
that
that
too.
the best stun combo he could have done?
Yeah,
I could have
charge
used
punch.
super, and then could use super or use KK.
Yeah.
But I think it is, isn't it? Most damage?
Yeah, charge punch. You dash into them and then you dash
Dash
away
yeah.
from them, and you're in a range where charge punch will combo into a full combo. And yeah, you can go into super there. But yeah, that was good. Good combo. Does more than a jump in combo. Does more damage.
Oh
than a
yeah,
jump.
right. Cool. Good to know. And not going into super.
Round 1.
I
Was
screwed
that
that
an
up.
accident?
Yeah.
It happens. I do that a lot.
Yeah. Is going into super from flicker a little bit difficult, or
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy?
I don't
The
know,
hard
so-
part, the hard part is the flicker part.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, right.
If you're good at doing the flicker, then the super's a lot easier. It's just getting good at doing the flicker that can be hard depending on how you do it.
I do
right.
I don't do the slide. I do light punch, medium punch, light punch.
You have better execution than me in that sense. I just slide.
Yeah.
Good weight. I
Oh.
like it. Unfortunate.
Oh,
Oh, juicy.
risky.
Oh.
That was meant to be EX.
I like it. That was super delayed as well. That was good stuff.
Man. Alright.
Good throw. Very good throw.
Oh.
Oh, that was ambiguous. I don't blame you for getting hit by that.
Yeah. Fake cross under.
Nice. Alright, so. Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Nice
Get
break.
him in it. Yeah, nice. Got him out. Dash DP. It would have been a bad idea. It's good you didn't listen to me, because that would have not worked. You would have been safe, but it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. Oh, good blocks. Oh, Baba.
Oh, nice crash. Bad luck.
Actually, I'm just thinking Scythe could have V-triggered during that combo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, unfortunate. Close one. You were just one confirm away if you could have got the super there.
Super.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Cutting win.
I could have got it off the heavy punch, but I was slow. I tried.
Heart Professor asks, have you guys got strategies for dealing with lag when it happens online?
EX upper.
It can depend, really. Not so much. It's just like, I mean, you'd think the answer would just be to be aggressive, right? Because if you're the one being aggressive, then they're the ones who have to deal with the lag. But that's not even true in this game because it's one-sided sometimes. So.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't, that's still not necessarily true because if you're always being super aggressive, maybe they're good at stopping that even in lag. So it can be hard.
Alright, I think we should get Kadzao up in here, up against Eusta Healy.
Is he a Dalsim?
He is a Dalsim player.
Yeah, no, I have issues. I was struggling with that. I was talking to Nezs before. I tried the heavy punch on their teleport and wake up. I still struggle with that.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Heavy punch on their teleport. Is that a thing?
Medium punch, heavy punch. Yeah, medium punch, and then you just charge up heavy punch and it hits.
There are option selects with lights where you can do it, but it seems the option selects seem harder to pull off for me than just reacting. So the way I deal with it.
Gone.
Yeah, there he goes.
Oof.
Oh, that's sad. Alright, so let's get Trap Tricks.
Yes. Can we get him playing his Balrog? Because that was.
Want some of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got bodied, eh?
Yeah.
Alright, Trap Chicks, if you're listening, please go Balrog. And since Kadzao has left the building, there is another spot open. His Street Fighter broke.
He'll be back.
Yeah, alright. Well, maybe we can leave the spot open for Kadzao. He waited for so long, and when his turn came up, his Street Fighter crashed.
Yeah.
Alright. So what did you find hard against the Balrog?
I just didn't know what to do when he dashed in. I just felt like I could never get pressure on him.
Yeah, right. So have you done any practice in the meantime, or?
No.
Yeah.
He always gets my V reversal as well.
Yeah.
And I can't actually.
Good answer. Good
Yeah.
throw. There we go. People need to throw more in this game. It sucks.
Ooh.
You should just try to react in those situations with the V trigger because
Yeah.
you can just wait and as soon as you see them blocking it, you can just dash in and do whatever you want. You know what I mean? But other than that, you can just wait and just like see what they do and react.
Yeah. Both of you going for your dash punches.
Oh.
Ooh.
You were talking before when I was versing Eyesight that there was a better option for the dash-ins. Like, well, what do you mean by that?
Not necessarily better, but there's just like different things you can do that can be better. You could neutral jump, for example, especially against Balrog. Balrog neutral jumping and back jumping can be very strong to deal with when you expect a dash punch.
Yeah. Also, being aware of the distances that he's doing the dash punch, because a lot of them are minus on block, except for EX at the moment.
Oh, XCP? Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no!
Missed the grab.
But yeah, you should try some more kind of jumps, not just like keep jumping, but try to predict when he's gonna dash punch or whatever board moving offense he does and jump expecting it, because you're not at so much risk doing that. You know, you neutral jump from half screen, you're not really gonna get punished for that. So you
Unless
can kind
he has 4 meter.
yeah. But be careful because he's listening. So
Yeah.
he knows.
He knows.
Yeah. Who was? It was. I think it was in the last chance qualifier. I don't remember the Bison's name, but he was always catching up the neutral jumps with his DP.
Yeah, that move's hella bullshit. It's not fair, man. Bison Balrog, sorry, shouldn't have like a DP motion anti-air. Because it kind of like, the whole point used to be, oh, he's so good at doing this, but you know, you can jump and kind of like perhaps stand a chance, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if you're having trouble fighting Ed, you see motion. It's people who hate the DP, Do jabs. Do jab meaties, and you will be fine.
Nice. That was really good pressure and corner
Good
carry
anti-air.
right there.
Close to stun. Could have done
Oh,
EX
that was
fireball
risky. Yeah.
Did it again. That's a horrible habit.
there.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. A lot of people do that. Like, not mutual to you.
Oof.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
Oof.
So, Balrog's jumping hard punch, right?
Yep.
When it's a close jump in, what's Ed's best anti-air option in
It's
that
still
case?
still KK, right?
Yeah, always the kicks.
Yeah.
Ed and Balrog's jumping heavy punch are pretty similar in that they beat a lot of normal anti-airs, like jabs and stuff like that. They're really good at beating them, but you know, stuff like DPs and like Ed's kicks they're gonna win always, as long as you do them, early enough. So always
Yeah.
the kicks. Jab is just jab anti-air is just for like when you're not even thinking about anti-airing and you just like,
Yeah.
oh crap, he jumped, you press jab. That's why jab anti-airs are good. It's not all the other things people think they're good for so much. It's because you don't even need to be thinking about anti-airing to do them. It's just like a last minute reaction. Whereas things like DPs and stuff, you need to be expecting to jump to be able to do them, right?
Yeah.
That's why jab anti-airs are strong, at least in my opinion, because it's not even like a prediction of like them jumping. It's just like a last minute, oh crap, jab.
Yeah. And it loses to heavy jump-ins anyway, so...
Yeah, most characters have good buttons to deal with anti-air jabs. There's some exceptions, of course. Some characters are a bit screwed, but yeah, like Jury. She can EX DP, but other than that, hard for her to deal with good heavy buttons.
Yeah. Alright, so... I'm thinking we should do that match again.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm still struggling. Like, I don't know what. I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the pressure. And as soon as I do any of my backdash nonsense with Ed that I like to do, he just dashes in and hits me. What am I doing? I've always. I have problems with Balrog and Dalsim when I play.
Yeah, so what for this one, my suggestion would be block and punish, because he's doing a lot of dash punches from unsafe ranges. So wait for him to do a unsafe dash punch and then punish him for it.
Is it the punish with like a light hands?
Yeah, pretty much. And even
Yeah.
then, there's a lot of ranges where that won't combo, but you should try to do it anyway, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Balrog has a bit more leeway against Ed to do stuff like dash punches because unless
Shitty,
it's
yeah,
very
normals.
close spacing, you're not really gonna punish it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you can make up for that in other ways, like jumping out of the way of stuff or stuff like that, basically.
Should
Yeah.
I do what I did with the Karen sort of dash in down punch, the back thing, like walk in grab maybe, or mix it up with that? Can you do that sort of stuff with Balrog?
Yeah, you could for sure. He's like -4 or something, so
Okay.
-4
so-
at least, if not worse, but usually
Yeah.
-4.
His light punch is -4, medium punch is -6, heavy punch is -7, and EX is +1 on block.
No.
Just an
Yeah.
FYI for you. Alright,
might-
so... Yeah?
Oh, go ahead. You can go ahead. It's alright.
Alright, no, sorry, I was just going to say we'll get you back up, and we'll also get Trap Tricks back up. So, Ember, can I get you to jump to the back of queue if you're listening? And then once you've done that, I'll jump back as well, and we'll get Stahili and Trap Tricks up. Very good. Alright.
Scythe has asked a couple times, when is it worth doing the X splash? I think is that what a Psycho Splash?
Yep.
After the kicks. Do the EX
Uh,
splash and then the V trigger juggle. When is it worth
Oh,
doing
right. Off an anti-air if it's V-trigger.
Yeah.
Really good damage for an anti-air doing that. And in combos, you want to do it.
You basically want to do it every single time you hit a combo unless you're in the corner. Isn't that correct? Because you can whiff in the
Yeah.
corner.
Well, ain't you a high
Yeah,
tech
even in the
picture of
corner,
strength?
pretty much. Yeah, that's basically it. But if you anti-air, you don't want to do EX punch so much because you can't do down V skill afterwards. It doesn't combo. Unless you're gonna kill where you can do EX DP. It's kind of complicated, but. Ooh, so close
Ooh.
to lane at rip.
I can't.
Yeah, nice.
With that, when he does the dash in sweep, can I hit it with my medium kick so I can actually cancel it into something?
His sweep, that's like
Yeah,
-7, I think.
Not medium kick, but what you were doing was like a good punish, basically. And if you have V trigger, you could have done medium kick. Yeah, it happened. Could have done medium kick into V forward V trigger as well off the medium punch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a decent punish.
Yeah, they're all -7. So
Good
I
job.
don't know what
Get out of
it's
trouble.
crouching medium kick is on startup, but yeah, if it's -7, you're good.
It's 8 frames, sorry.
Oh, 8 frames.
So-
Oh, unlucky.
You punish the heavy kick.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
Ooh. Good tech.
Good V reversal.
Oh no. That's a good understanding of your ranges, though. Ooh.
Here we go. EX fireballs. Ah, bad luck. DP. Oh, damn, it didn't have enough blocks done. That sucks. Double dash. Yeah, nice. Good setup. Ooh.
Ooh. Good check. Ooh, no anti-air though.
You can kill him with super if you can somehow land a super.
Yeah.
Or even
Yeah.
without super. If you get a combo, yeah.
Nah.
Ah, bad luck.
Alright. So, I think that might have been a bit of tunnel vision,
Yeah.
which is something I suffer from as well. As soon as I see I have full V trigger and full super, I'm like, demon. Gotta get that demon. So,
Round 1.
you played a lot more patiently this time, which was good. Oh.
Good trade.
Oh,
anti, yeah.
nice.
Good fake.
Alright. Oh, risky grabs. Alright. So,
Oop,
those are
could've punished
straight
that
you should be
one.
punishing. Like that one there.
Punish those deep ones, yeah. It
Yeah.
does that. It's kind of bullshit, but you know. Kind of lame that it works like that. But there are ones you can punish. Just like,
Yeah.
ooh, deep combo. V trigger? Yeah. Dash.
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Nice.
Oof. Nice.
good heavy.
So, if you've noticed, Chat Tricks is blocking every time on Wake Up.
Yeah.
So, start mixing with throws and shimmies would be
Ooh,
good idea.
double dash. Nice.
Scythe's been asking me to mention
Yeah.
the spacing that Sahili should be using. You know, what range should he be standing at if he's not up close to Bison to Barrel?
Preferably not in range where he can anti-air you with his DP. If you neutral jump. Oh god, what's he doing?
Might be a bit of lag or something.
Remember EX Fireball in corner.
Super.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I practice that combo like every morning.
Yeah, Tratrix has said it was lagging a bit, that's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's backdashing.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
That's when you need to do the crouching light punch, spamming crouching light punch, universal sign of
Yeah.
lag.
That's what everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, there we go. Oh, big jumping.
Oh, good idea.
Nice.
Oh,
So, something I see you do, Nez, is after you've done flicker and you've noticed the opponent is just crouch blocking afterwards, after you hit flicker, you charge B skill.
yeah, sometimes you can do it. I wouldn't even recommend it that much, just because it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Gimmicky?
it's like a set. It's not gimmicky, but it's like a set thing you're doing. That it's like a habit, is what I'm saying. It's not like if you
Yeah.
do like a one in neutral, like people, it's harder to predict. But if you're doing it after a very specific thing, people can take note of that and be ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can get away with it every now and then.
Yeah,
Oh.
so just something to be aware of, I guess.
Yeah.
That was good to get out of the corner though.
Ouch.
Oh, so much corner counter and damage. Good tech. Thank you, sir.
You can sweep punish that one, even if it's like a bad range. Just
Oh no.
the jabs.
Alright. No, the EX straight is +1 on block, so be careful after that one.
Yeah.
Oof. You are doing better though.
Yeah.
Final round.
A little bit. I guess just be a bit more defensive against Balrog.
Yeah.
There
But
you
also
go.
know that... Oh, nice. That was a really good neutral jump. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh,
throw.
good throw. Good throw. Good anti-air too.
Oh, big damage.
Oh. Oh, risky. Punish.
Oh, yeah, you can punish that one. I can't remember exactly how minus it is, but
It's 7. -7.
just relax. No TPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
That was
good. Nicely done.
Ed wins.
Cool. So, what? How do you feel you went there? Like, what's the difference between what you did that first set that you played today and now?
I don't know. I think I just played a bit more defensive, and I wasn't like trying to get in as much. I think that's
Yeah.
all I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Because like as Ed, I try and follow like a hit and run sort of strategy. Get in, then back out, let them come to me.
Yeah.
Basically, anti-air, then you're in, and if you're out, you just wait again.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, good stuff.
No, I think you did really well. All right. Steely, I think we'll leave you there. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
No,
it's
thank you
been a
guys.
pleasure
It's
having
good
you.
fun. Yeah.
Hopefully, you learnt a thing or two as well.
Yes. That was good
Alright.
fun. Thanks very much, boys.
No worries. All right. So what we'll do is we'll get Ember up, a nice little bronze Ed player.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Before you guys
All
go
right.
on with anything, I've got a question from Scythe about the go-to meterless crush counter combo from standing hard kick. Which is the best go-to?
Fred, you do. It depends what the spacing is where you got the crush counter, but the best you can get off it is dash forward, 2 jabs into rising into EX thing, and then like down B skill. But if it's at range, sometimes you only get one jab into rising, and if it's further at range, sometimes you can only get hands, and if it's further range, you can get nothing, basically. Just like a jab. Just depends on the spacing.
Alright, and just quickly, Ember, if you're there, if you have a mic as well, can you jump into the voice chat general in the Team WP? And so then we can have a chat with you as well, if possible.
Alright.
Anyway, thank you very much, Steely. It's been a pleasure having you. Hope you've learnt a lot. We'll get on to this lovely Ember guy now. Also, we now have one more spot open in the lobby, guys. Again,
I've just sent an invite to Kadzao because we didn't get him on before.
Yeah, alright, very good. Let's get Mr. Kadzao back in. I believe he deserves to be here.
There we go.
Alright, how about we start off with Ember and Kadzao?
Alright.
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Alright. Alright. So, this will be an interesting match for Ember. Playing against a Dhalsim. And Kadzao's a pretty good Dhalsim as well.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this will be interesting. See how he handles that. What's your advice against Dhalsim, Nez?
It's hard, I guess, but you shouldn't worry too much about stuff like matchups. It's just to fight Dhalsim, you have to make sacrifices to gain. You have to get hit. Well, you're gonna get hit a lot, but while you're getting hit, you want to gain positioning. It's basically the best way to put it. You make sacrifices to because once you're in on Dhalsim, it's hard for him. But if you're not in on Dhalsim, it's hard for most people he fights.
Okay. Thanks, man.
It's hard. And Dhalsim, as a newer player, Dhalsim's just hard to fight in general. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah. Dhalsim's hard to fight until you really understand the matchup, understand when to press buttons, and know what he's capable of, really. Alright, so what would you be doing here, Nez?
You can actually kind of forward jump over those fireballs. You just have to jump pretty late.
Yeah.
Or you can dash under. You can dash under them as well, and then just block and be ready,
Ooh.
and you'll be a bit forward.
Yeah. Oh, he's in. Alright, yeah,
There you
so...
go. Yeah, walk under like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was talking about.
Nice. Whoop.
Yeah, it's rough. You gotta take more risk, more jumps and stuff like that. And more jumps and dashes. Not like constantly jumping and dashing, but like you gotta, if you get hit, it's not the end of the world. If you get anti-hit, it's not that much damage. Oh, there you go.
Nice. Whoop.
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 Oh, you can punish him on the way down there a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. You can dash forward
Nice.
twice after you
Get
do a DP. You can dash forward twice to get a setup. Oh, bad luck.
Alright, oh, bad luck. Alright. That was pretty smart from Kadzao. Getting out of that,
Nice answer.
B2 pressure.
Yeah, it's rough. With that V-trigger situation, you just don't have the reactions yet for like the teleport. But the more you play, like you'll just naturally be able to react better to situations like that. It's just amount of like based on how much you play, really. And practicing it doesn't hurt as well, obviously, but it will just improve naturally.
Yeah, this is probably my first match against a Dalsim, so it is kind of hard.
It is, yeah. It's not a fun character to fight when you're newer.
When you're unaware of the matchup.
Puck's,
Yeah, like-
Puck's wondering if he should be dashing in more,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
in and out.
Ooh. It's hard though. It's like the wall of normals, but
Yeah. So when he's whiffing normals like that, could Iamba be pressing buttons? Oh, nice.
oh yeah. See, it doesn't work on the anti. Yeah, it's rough. Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, not a bad idea.
You could V-trigger now and then like move in. Be ready for the teleport, of course.
Yeah. As soon as you see that teleport, press jab, type of thing.
Yeah, or you can press.
Nice.
There you go. Big damage. Okay, ready for the teleport. Oh, no teleport.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Bad luck. Close though. You did really well in that round.
Yeah. So what was he doing well in that round compared to the previous rounds?
He's a couple different options that he had before, like the pull. The pull is hard to use though, I will say. It's not a reliable
free.
answer, but it is a strong answer
Yeah.
if it hits.
Oh.
Oof, that hurts.
So using charge punch probably not the best choice against Dalsim right now.
Yeah, it can be if you're expecting to throw a fireball, but
Yeah.
okay.
Jump ins. Oh, bad luck. Oh, no. Oh. Alright, punish. Not bad. Oh.
Bad luck.
Hmm.
Dalsim wins.
Alright. Hey Nez,
What's up?
would you want to show us how you would deal with that situation?
Yeah, I can try. Might embarrass myself, but I'll give it a shot.
Because, like, I guess that's one of those things where it's hard to explain.
Yeah. I will talk about my thoughts while I'm playing, and like
Yeah.
what ideas I have. Got to get Kadzao out of here though, because he's gonna listen to me and then he's gonna wreck me.
So,
Okay, man,
this is
yeah.
something we did last week as well. Kadzao's our resident LP4U Dull Sim. We get him in, he beats the fledgling, and then we get the pro to come in and beat Kadzao around, the poor guy. Just so we can show how to beat Dull Sim.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
give it
go.
a shot. You got to get him out of here though. Out of the boys. Yeah, legend. All right, let's go. I'm ready.
Alright.
All right, Kadzao. I have played him once before recently. I played him in the last Gfinity tournament, and
Really?
Yep. Basically, what I'm thinking going into it is I'm gonna try walkout dash on the full screen fireballs. I'm gonna throw fireballs at full screen as well. I'm ready for teleports with crouch heavy punch. I think I can react fast enough to use that button. I think he techs a lot. I might be wrong, but I think I remember he techs a good amount. So I'll be testing that.
And by testing that, you mean you'll be going for the shimmy.
Yeah, probably. And
Yeah,
also,
right.
I'm going to try and be ready. He dive kicks at certain spacings. I'm going to try and see those spacings, and I'm going to be ready to EXDP if he decides to do that.
Yeah,
on
right.
reaction. So that's my game plan. So I'm walking a bit forward. Walk forward here. Getting owned. Getting owned. Alright, I'm going to throw a fireball now. Just neutral jump that a little bit. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't thinking about it. Jumping. Here we go. Corner combo. In range for corner. Wow, that's nuts. I don't know how that happened. Oh, do the reset, why not? Throw bait? No. Throw bait. Oh, I'd walked back too far, it's my own fault. Throw bait again. Oh no, I didn't walk back far enough. Delsim has one of the equal best throw ranges in the game. So you have to walk back further than most characters when you fight Delsim. Delsim, Bison, Birdie, Urian. Can't remember, I think there's one or two others. But yeah, gotta keep that in mind when you're fighting a character like that. Oh no, big damage. Ready for dive kick? No, he's not doing it. Alright, blocking.
Oh, oh.
Gonna pull.
So-
Oh no, big hurt. Normal pull. Thought it would work, it did. Yeah, he is taking a lot, I've noticed. He's taking pretty much every situation.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't take Ben and I didn't commit to my reaction, I just thought it would work. That's a mistake. There we go. You can react fast enough to use big buttons like that. Oh, almost missed my combo. You can react... A lot of people just do jabs when Bison teleports, teleports raw, but you can react with a lot of buttons, including crush counter buttons like that. That button's like 8 frames startup, I think. And
Yeah.
if he's trying to press something, he's gonna get crushed like that, and you can full combo. So I like to try. You have to be thinking about it. You can't just he teleported, press it. You have to have it in your mind that he might teleport, and you're ready to press the button if he does. But
Yeah, right.
all right, I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna dash here. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm gonna get hit low. I'm gonna relax for a little bit. Okay, now I'm a bit closer. There we go. I'm at a good range now. I can kind of threaten with heavy kick.
Ooh.
Oh, these trades are good for me, by the way. Even though I'm losing on life, they're still good for me because I'm gaining ground.
Yeah. And I guess now you've gone in the corner, you're going to be looking for that teleport a bit more.
I'm not scared of the teleport in the corner. He can't. There we go, dive kick, what I was talking about before. There's certain spacings where Dalsims love to dive kick, and you have a 1-button DP. So, you know, even if you're like, even if you DP 1 frame before you get hit, it's fast enough. You know what I mean? Because you're fully invincible.
Yeah.
And he recovers so slow that your DP will always hit it. But it can be hard. He's wasting a lot of meter here, so I don't mind just taking the chip, and you know, it's gonna be better for me in the long run, just to wait this out. Just gotta be patient, work your way in. Anti-air jab, not a big deal, you don't take that much damage. You don't take any damage really. And he doesn't get a mix up either, so you take it.
Ooh.
Jumping in, that's alright. Dive kick? No, but it was close enough. Throw bait. I'm gonna do another throw bait after medium punch. He didn't bite, but he's still here. I should have done that into EX Fireball there, because I would have continued my pressure. I don't listen to my own advice. Oh, that whiffed, but it's alright. It's not a big deal. Meaty. Alright, I'm at a good range here, so I'm just gonna relax. Back off. That's okay. He's in the corner. I'm not so scared. I'll just let him do his stuff. And yeah.
Oh man, that was probably a missed teleport.
It happens. But you gotta be ready. It's easy to be ready for that. I shouldn't say you gotta be ready. If they mess up a jump move, it's like a million frames. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just about, you have to be patient, but not patient at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. And not scared to get hit as well. Like, not scared to get anti-air, because Delsim, his anti-airs aren't as bad as Delsim players make them out to be. But the thing is, they don't do much damage at all, and also, he's not mixing you up when you hit the ground, you know? And you're kind of a bit closer to him than when you jumped, for the most part. You're kind of like a bit closer, so you trade health for better positioning in a lot of situations like that.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So let's do that again, I reckon. Well, not you, Nez. Let's get Iamber. Is it Iamber?
It's an L.
It's an L.
Before. I looked up his replays, and it's L Ember, but it's probably meant to be an I, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Let's get you and Kadzao again, and see if you're able to do a little bit better this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you're not, it's not. You shouldn't expect like immediate. You know,
Oh no, of course.
even if you know what to do, it's what knowing is one thing, but you also need to, you know, practice it. You need to. You can't just see things and be able to
Do
do
it.
them. You just need to. You just need to practice.
I've got
And, like,
Yeah.
I've got Skim Pendulum in Twitch chat. He's asking a question here. When I try to do standing light punch into flicker after grab, the flicker doesn't combo, but if I do it from neutral, it combos just fine. Or does it only work from back throw?
Only forward throw really. Some characters can kind of mess it up a bit by like doing them back. I don't know what they do exactly. It's sometimes they like backdash and it doesn't combo, but you're still safe. And yeah, just forward throw, dash forward, light punch into flicker. You can also do
that was a good
forward
dash
dash medium punch if you want as well. It's not like a meaty, but you're at enough advantage where if they press anything, they're gonna get hit by it.
Man, he's already doing so much better. Oh,
Yeah, he's
Like-
got like. It looks bad on the health, but he's got like better ideas on
yeah.
his approach.
No, 100%. And that's actually something to be aware of. Is even though you might be losing, like he lost that one a lot harder than the other rounds that he played. Oh, bad luck. But he had the right idea, and sometimes having the right idea does cause you to lose because you're not quite sure how to execute it properly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was a good DP. I'll take that as a reaction.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, just block that. Yeah. Gotta block low a lot against Dalsim, because of that crouching heavy punch.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
bad
bad
luck.
luck. That's hard to deal with. That's just like a kind of a guess. You can sort of react, but it's hard when the fireball hits that. That was like a really good timing by Kadzao.
Yeah. I'm sure he's practiced that a lot to get that
I would've
timing
said-
so good.
With a setup like that, if Dalsim just before the fireball is at you with the EX fireball teleport mix up, you can jump forward and they can't really, like maybe they can kind of hit you a bit, but it's not bad at all. But in that situation, I wouldn't have recommended it so much because he still would have died because he was such low health. But yeah,
Yeah.
if anyone has trouble with that with Dalsim, you can forward jump there at the very last moment. Ooh.
Oh, nice. Oh no.
It doesn't
combo, does it?
all ranges.
Yeah.
It's only if you hit them at specific ranges. It's like in the middle.
Yeah. So, one thing I noticed was he got into a really good range, and then he jumped, and I think he jumped in with like a medium kick here like that, instead of jumping in with a heavy button, which I believe would have won.
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah. Use heavy punch. Use jumping heavy punch as your jump button for sure. It has a really good chance of beating anti-air jabs or trading with it at least. And if it trades, that's good for you. It's definitely like you'll take the trade every time.
Yeah, so he used the medium kick again, so just be aware. It's probably in his muscle memory at the moment to do jump medium kick. So really focus on doing that jumping heavy punch. Oof. Oh, there we go. He's in.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, bad luck.
alright. You got B trigger.
Oh, teleport. No teleport. Watch out for the teleport. Oh, he just went over it.
Oof. Yeah.
You gotta think about it a lot with Dalsim when the V triggers out, because he can do that. He can teleport. It can be a bit weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dalsim's hard. Don't feel bad. Dalsim is the hardest character to fight, for sure. When you're like a newer player, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
The man
Alright.
that stretches ain't no cakewalk.
No. Alright, so let's get you to fight a not Dulcim.
Yeah.
And I think we might even call this the last one of the last matches.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
What do you think, Polly?
I think so, and then we can get Cup Tea, Addy. on.
Yeah.
He really wants to show us his ed.
All right.
Alright.
We can get him to show us his ed. All right. Amber, who do you want to play? You can play anyone in this lounge right now.
Oh,
You got myself, you got Ice Scythe, you got Kadzao again, you got Polly, who has a Chun, and Karen as well. You got Addy, Cub T, with his Diamond Laura. You got Chaptrix, who has basically the whole cast.
Actually, I might fight you. Honestly, I get put up against a lot of Akumas in ranked, so I might as well get the
Oh,
experience.
that's right. Yeah, you're asking for me to look at the Akuma replays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
One thing is, like, as I was saying before, use down B skill as your anti-air against Akuma, because if you're having trouble against air fireballs, that's how down B skill beats air fireballs pretty well. So
Alright.
that's one Akuma specific thing that's good for Ed.
All right. So, I'll stay silent for the first little bit, and if I find something, I'll start talking, I guess.
Alright.
All right. Oh. But I will let you know the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck fireballs at you to see what you do with it.
Or is he?
No, I'm definitely going to throw fireballs. Like 100%. Unless he jumps straight away. Nope.
Oof.
Nice.
You've got good timings on the fireball kills. Better timings than... Oh, nice.
I gotta get out of the habit of the sweeping motion for the spark.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh,
Ooh, weird juggle.
good throw.
Oh.
That was a little bit laggy.
First jitters.
What's a good distance to stand away from the Kuma, Ed?
You kind of want to be a bit close, really. Like,
Oh.
you can play close mid against Akuma because he's like, you know, both characters kind of want to play at the same distance. So I don't know. It's just me. Maybe other people think different, but I like to kind of invite them as close as they want to be. I let them play whatever range they want, basically.
Ooh, nice and sharp.
Oh, bad luck.
There we go.
You should do 2 dashes after the XDP. Get a nice setup.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, bad luck.
Alright.
Like my vision. Final round. Fight.
So that parry was a really bad choice. Don't recommend doing it. Ooh,
Why is it a
X.
bad choice?
Because I get great health because of it, and he wasn't in range for me to get the counter attack. So all I did was just take great health for no reason. I built a little bit of V meter for it, but that was really not worth it.
What were you saying before, Nez?
I was just gonna say it's a good place to like V skill there when he does like the little demon flip.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bad luck. DP always so tempting. Everyone feels the call. Who plays it? It's like a curse.
The beautiful
Yeah.
punch. Oh, irresistible.
It's just 3 buttons, man. It's just 3 buttons.
Oh man.
Yeah, my EXDP usage has increased by 300% since learning Ed.
Fight.
It's the planning moves and moves ahead, plays and plays ahead of when I'm going to use it though. After block strings and whatever.
Nice. There we go.
It's almost fun.
That's a very good anti-air button. That's what you want to use as your main anti-air, pretty much. I mean, I know in a Kuma bit down B skill, but against everyone else.
Back up, prejudice.
Alright, so at least crouching heavy punch on the demon flips because they're super reactable and really free if you're
Yeah, you can
ready
do that.
for them.
The best way to learn to anti-air is to always be thinking about it and like, oh, he's gonna jump now, he's gonna jump now, and just always be ready. Have your fingers near the buttons.
Yeah,
stuff like
so
that.
much damage. Oop. Nice.
Oh,
Oop. Bad luck. Oop. Oh, nice. There we go.
good stuff.
Ooh,
Scary stuff.
there we go.
Oh, DP again. Oh wait, you don't have meter. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bad luck.
That was my bad. That was my bad. I
Oh.
shouldn't have done that. I was looking at the wrong meter.
Yeah. Alright. So, something that you should definitely work on is anti-airs.
Alright.
Yeah, just do
'cause-
the 2 kicks. 2 kicks is that's your best anti-air.
Mm,
2 kicks. Do the punch a bit late so it combos, dash forward, and then like you're like right on top of them. So
Okay.
yeah.
good.
So-
But you've improved a lot. I watched some of your replays the other day that were from like a couple days ago, and even from then you played a lot cleaner today. So
Oh, yeah.
already improving. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright. So, one way I'd suggest to practice anti-airs is go into training mode and set the dummy to do the actions. And the first action you want is to get them to move just left and right as if they're playing footsies.
Okay.
And then you have the second action is you jump in and just start with that. So you have the left and right, left and right, left and right, and then it'll a random jump, and then make sure you're anti-airing that every time. I would say on both sides, but you're at Ed, so I guess it doesn't really matter. This is just 2 kicks.
Yeah.
Then once you've done that, and you can do that every single time, start adding some, I guess, footsie tools. I use air quotes on that, where you get like, if you're using a Ryu as the training dummy, get them to throw a Hadoken or a standing medium kick or dash up grab or something like that. Something to keep you on your toes, so you're not just standing still and waiting for the jump. So you have to block, move backwards and forwards with the character, and then that'll kind of get you in like a almost game scenario, and you're training that reaction for anti-air. That's what I did to get good at anti-airs, and that's probably one of the things that I'm almost best at in this game for myself. That's one of my things I'm good at,
Cool.
I would say. All right.
Yeah, it was good having
So-
me here. Thanks for
Yeah,
taking
thanks
the
for coming
brunt
in.
I'm dealing.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been good. I hope you learned something. And now we're going to have Addy, Cub T, and who did he want to play?
I'm
He
gonna
wants to play
Trap
Trap Tricks.
He wants to play Trap Tricks. All right, Addy, show us this fantastic Ed.
Show us your Ed, good sir.
And
This will be the best 5-minute Ed ever.
Oh my god. Don't talk me up too much.
and who do you want Trap Tricks to pick?
Laura.
Laura. Alright. Very good.
Whew.
Oh.
Let's see me lose to my own main.
Traptrix, do you have a Laura? I've never seen your Laura.
He's not going to be able to hear. Let me just unmute him.
Yeah, right. Oh, best costume. Here we go. Yeah, Traptrix, do you have a Laura? I haven't seen your Laura before. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you have a Laura. You have an everyone.
It's a female character, man. He definitely played her before. Plays every.
Traptrix plays all the waifus.
He does.
You got Bikini Laura versus Cheese Greater Chest Head. It's gonna be
Yeah, this costume, man. Let me tell you. Favorite costume of all time? I haven't used it in at least a month, maybe longer.
oh, yeah.
I'm saving it, dude. The current costume I got is the training mode costume. That costume there is the V-Trigger 2 costume, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's when he's like reached his final form. That's final form Ed, so I'm not going to use the costume until AE comes out. Because he's not complete yet. He's still in training.
Bring out
Oh,
Cheese
man.
Grater, you're gonna grate everybody across his chest, be like, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Seriously though, it's like the greatest costume of all time.
Yeah.
Yes, I do play Laura,
Okay.
Yeah.
somewhat.
I love the Ed costume, it's got so many good colours with it as well.
Oh yeah, no, it
Yeah.
does. Quality. I hope they had more. More.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Ed's gonna get heaps of costumes. He's a
If
handsome
they-
boy.
Yeah. If they ever had a color to edit,
wow.
editor, it's over. It's like so over.
Uh-oh.
Backdash. Oh,
Oh.
shit, backdash. Always backdash against Laura. Not always, but until it annoys them.
Oh no.
There we go. See what I mean? You just backdashed out of forward heavy punch. No other character can do that.
That's ridiculous.
But
Only for this season though.
yeah, I was about to say, it's probably not good to do that anymore because you're gonna have a bad habit next season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But for
still got
now,
a lot of half
good
of a month
stuff.
left, so
Yeah.
do it to my heart's content.
Oh man.
Yeah. We could have talked about the backdash today, but it's probably best that we didn't because it's not going to exist for much longer.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
It is very strong though. If it was still going on, I would have definitely brought it up because it can be pretty important. In matchups like this, it's a pretty important tool.
Yeah. Oof. Good overhead. They're buffing Laura's overhead in V-Trigger.
Yeah,
Did you
so
see that?
plus, yeah.
Why did that not come out?
Oh no.
Oh man, that should have comboed. At least like the heavy punch should have comboed. That was weird.
Oh, maybe a little bit too slow. Good throw. Alright. So Nez, what would you say for Cub T right now? What does he need to do?
It's hard to say really. He's doing the backdash a few times. Oh, that was nice.
Oh.
Oh no. Definitely don't know what to say to you.
Oh, man. I think we need more. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say definitely need more medium kit from Traptrix. Yes.
There we go.
Oh, wrong button.
Alright. Full everything with both characters right now. Ooh.
Oh boy. That's alright. Not cross counterable. And it blocked anyway.
Just
Now
buttons.
DP.
There it
you go.
is.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Ooh. What have you punched? No? Oh, okay.
Ooh. That's not gonna combo, but
Oh. Oh no.
oh, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god.
What was that?
That was fantastic. You meant all of it too, didn't you, Addy?
No idea what happened.
Oh man, that was fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll miss this V-Trigger for stuff like that in Season 2. No one's gonna
Yeah.
use that V-Trigger there, I guarantee you. It's gonna be V-Trigger 2 against everyone. Guarantee you.
Yeah?
Yep. 100%.
So, what's so good about his new V trigger?
Man, I'll be here all day. There's lots of stuff about it. It's
Alright, just the cliff notes.
yeah.
Oh, good
Better
jump.
combos, more range, maybe some more mix-up potential.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That is gonna hurt.
That was sick.
Disgusting.
That's gonna hurt more than Dan being revealed in season 4.
Man, who doesn't want Dan for season 4 though?
No, it gave me nightmares, sorry.
Dan should have been around in season 3.
Oh man,
Over Blanca.
Oh yeah. Look, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
true. Actually, it's got Sakura and Blanca. That's like the three of them.
Yeah. Alright guys, let's wrap it up there. Thank you for everyone who joined us and played. Thank you to all our fledgling ads who came in. And also a huge thank you to you, Nezs, for all your advice and commentary to help us through the night. Thank you very much for joining us.
Maybe I'll be back in season 3, right? There's lots of new
Yeah.
stuff. We've had some fun.
I'm sure we'll do characters again in season 3 for sure. Alright. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you everyone. This has been episode 3 of LP4U. We'll catch you again next week. Same time, same place, Tuesday, 8:30. Thanks everyone for watching.